make it a better place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line. Let us.
Hi, this is Mary from Mary's Stamping Happenings, and today is Tips and Techniques Tuesday. And today I'm going to show you one of two, I believe it's pronounced bouquet styles. This is a bouquet where it's the aesthetic quality of the blur produced in an out of focus parts of an image produced by, it's mainly in photography. So you see these out of focus little blobs. It's mainly around lights and stuff. So we're going to do this bouquet. And this one is going to be using sponge daubers. I will, in another video, teach you how to do it with watercolors. So the first thing we're going to need is we're going to need a piece of cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to be using the Big On You stamp set. For ink, I am going to use Island Indigo, Cajun Craze, Soft Suede, Mossy Meadow, and Whisper White. And Whisper White is our craft ink. And what else you're going to need is you're going to need some sponge daubers. You're also going to need, and I did this is a little template made out of a window sheet, the circle framelits from the Big Shot. And I just cut the four smallest ones on this piece of window sheet. You're also going to need your heat gun, your heat tool. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our cardstock and we're going to fold it. And we're going to get out our, Island Indigo, Cajun Craze, and Soft Suede. And I'm just going to take, let me turn these around so I can take my sponge daubers, and I'm just going to fill the front of this card with these 3 colors. Now you can do 2 colors, you can do 4 colors, you could probably do 5 colors. I haven't done 5. 4 started to get a little busy. Let's use some Cajun Craze. And then some Island Indigo. And again, you want to get all the spots on this. And it's okay to go over and create different colorings. And you really want, now that I've got this, you really want it to dry. So you could set it aside for a little while to dry, because even though it dries really well, you will notice when we do the technique, sometimes if it's not dried really well, your craft white, and as you can see it's a little red, your craft white dauber will get it. So I'm going to go and heat set this, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and this is pretty well heat set. Now I'm going to take my template with the circles, and I'm going to take my craft white and my sponge dauber, and I'm just going to go over, put the circle on there with the template, hold it down, and I'm just filling those circles in. Now, depending upon how you want it, you can do a lot, which I like to do, and I really like to make sure that some of my circles overlap. It gives it a really nice appearance. It's a really messy. You're going to get ink on your fingers, so just make sure you again, I'm just getting that all around there with that Whisper White. And I like to do the big ones first, but it doesn't matter. You can start with the small circles, or you can start with any kind of circle you want. You can also, in your window sheet, make a pattern, so you can just do it all at once if you want. But I like to move it around, and I like to do different things. Now here's one that I'm going to just overlap one with, and again, just going over this circle, filling that circle in with that Whisper White craft. And I want to do another one. Let's put this size one. And then what you can do is, once you're done, you just wash this window sheet. You can use other cardstock, but I found when I did that the first time, the cardstock gets Whisper White on the back, because it'll get Whisper White, see where we're touching the other circles, and it just, you can't get it off, and after one or two it just messes up unless you dry it somewhat. So I like using the window sheet as my template. And I want to thank Marilyn Skoker for putting me on to this. One of my customers, she wanted to know if I've ever done it, and I didn't even know what she was talking about, so I looked it up, and I found a couple of different ways of doing it with ink and cardstock. And once it dries, you can see how it's lightening, the white is lightening up. So once you dry it with your heat, and then we're going to dry it again with the heat gun so the white is dry. I left a bunch of them overnight last night, and I will tell you right now that I completed them probably around 8 o'clock last night, went to bed, got up, came down here about 10 o'clock after church before my class, and they were still wet. So I went back and I redid it, or dried it with the heat gun. And I didn't think it would take that long for this Whisper White to dry. And this is a good one. I usually tell you for collage backgrounds or things like that, if you're looking for a place to put it, you've already got too much on there. But this one, if you're looking for a place to put it, just put it down anywhere, and put your circle in there, because it will do different effects. And you can, again, you can dry it and then go back and redo it. Put more layers on if you'd like. Okay, so for this, and you can see how yucky this is getting, and how my fingers are all white. Now I'm just going to heat set this. Okay, I'm back. It's pretty well dry now. I'll show you a few. Here are some that I've done. This one, again, is just with the sponge daubers. You can use them as backgrounds, or you can use them as just pieces. Like you'll notice these, I just used as the backing. Now, I will show you, this is the same coloring as this, the same exact inks. This is the watercolor one, and this is the sponge dauber ones. I will show you later the watercolor ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a full card. So I'm going to get from Big on You stamp set and the Mossy Meadows ink, and I'm just going to ink up It's Your Day for your birthday card. Quick and easy birthday card. And you could have a bunch of these around and then just ink them with what you need. There. For Tips and Techniques Tuesday, thanks for visiting and happy stamping.
Hey, if you wanna play, make it about a play.